Welcome to the Real Estate Podcast,
where 8 is the symbol of infinite opportunities, just like real estate. I'm your host, Maymoon Mustafa.
and I'm your co-host, Johnny Fonina.
We gonna hit it down like this. Welcome to the Real Estate Podcast, where real estate meets hip hop. Today, we have a special show for you. We have none other than Mr. Joell Ortiz.
Hello.
Joell Ortiz is one of the greatest MCs in the history of rap music. And if you haven't listened to his music, I don't know where you've been, but he's here to bless us with some knowledge on his background, on the history of hip hop, on his experiences, and also to share with us some gems. And also, we're going to be talking real estate with Mr. Ortiz. So without further ado, I want to introduce Mr. Ortiz and tell us a little bit of background about yourself.
What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Yeah, we're good.
I'll try to live up to the introduction.
I know.
Thank you so much. But yeah, Joell Ortiz, that's me. I'm a recording artist, an entrepreneur. I dabble in real estate a little bit, not like you guys. You guys are the men. But yeah, I do a little bit of hustling in all my fields. You know what I mean? I picked up the pen when I was about 8 years old, and I ain't put it down. So it kind of was like the backdrop of everything I did in my life, whether good or bad. I mean, some sketchy decisions along the way growing up, you know, humble beginnings in the projects, but my pen helped me get out of there, and it's still helping me to this day. So I'm glad to be on you guys' podcast talking.
Thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure to have you, an honor to have you. Like I said, top guest for this podcast, and we're just gonna get right into it. So, Mooney, you want to start with the first?
Yeah, so I know a lot about your background, but I want everyone else that doesn't, especially a lot of our viewers are going to be real estate.
Okay.
So what I want you to share with us is growing up in Brooklyn, what was your living situation like? And how does that contrast with where you're living now, which is in the suburbs of New Jersey, with the focus on what housing means to you now compared to then? Need me to ask that question again. I know it's a lot. I will.
Yeah, a couple of different things you got to touch on independently. So I'll start with, I grew up in Cooper Park houses, as in Brooklyn, New York. That's in the Greenpoint section. So it's like right on the edge of Queens. But it's still Brooklyn. It's not.
I had to say that.
Yeah, 13 buildings, 7 stories high. You know, somebody on top, below, left and right of you. Humble beginnings, of course. You know, single mom. But not in a generic way. Like, you know, I had stepfathers come in and out. So I had father influence, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a little bit rough because, you know, we were on welfare and things of that nature. And my neighborhood at that time wasn't the roughest, but it was rough. So, you know, drugs all around you, murder, prostitution, things that, you know, the suburbs don't really get that glimpse of. We kind of normalized where I grew up. So, you know, whether you're trying your best to be a good kid or not, that stuff seeps in.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen death way too young, you know, and it's crazy because like while you're in it and you're there, that stuff doesn't affect you as hard as it is when you escape. Like I deal with the things I seen as a child now. Like, you know, like those are the battles that go on from my suburban deck, looking at the trees and listening to the hummingbirds. And I think about, you know, friends of mine that died so young, and it's like I have those moments to myself, and it's a wild thing to grow up the way I grew up. So, you know, I wrote about that. Like that was the way I dealt with it. You know, some people fight, some people shoot, some people turn into monsters. I was just like, damn, look at all this shit. This is crazy. I'm intelligent. I'm smart. I'm at the top of my class. Like I would walk to school with the thugs and then go to advanced class.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Keep to the talent.
yeah, exactly. Like, we used to jump people. I used to fake punch them because I'm not like that. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like, but I'm just like, you know, I got to look away with everybody. Now, I wasn't soft, but it wasn't in my heart to do some wild shit that some of my friends did.
Sure.
You know, they took poverty a different way. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, I got to survive here.
Everybody wants to fit in.
Everyone.
Everybody.
So, you know, I used to get a kick out of walking to school with everybody that everybody was scared of, and then jumping into the class being like, I'm not letting Hope Falella get a better grade than me. Like, fuck that.
Love it. Funny you say that in high school,
That's
when
great.
when we were graduating, we would get the patch, National Honor Society.
Okay.
One of my boys looked at me and says, "How the fuck did you get that?
Yeah.
You stole that?" I'm like, "No, bro. Come on, man. I didn't steal it. It was easy though.
Yeah.
School was pretty easy."
Yeah, for me too. It came.
in the hood. It's just
Yeah, for sure.
not
That's
that
sure.
hard.
It came. It's some and stuff came pretty easy to me. God bless. Yeah. I was bored a little bit. I don't know why God sprinkled it that way for me, but I was like, I was so like,
School came easy for you?
it came easy, man. I don't know why.
Okay.
Maybe it was because like I feel like it wasn't fair to grow up the way I grew up, so I wanted to excel so badly that I was so locked in class. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't go to ninth grade. I went straight from 8th to 10th.
Wow.
Like, my mom had to come up to school. They were like, listen, he won't, he already did all his regents in the 8th grade
So you graduated at what age?
at 17. Well, I turned 17 in that summer.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's kind of wild, like, and, but because the flip side of that is like, I made a decision after that, I'm gonna take a year off. Why I got to go to college right now. I'm chilling. Bad decision, bro.
Some trouble?
Oh my God. Everything that I was avoiding seeped in. Everything.
That
Like,
was it.
it was just like, oh, wait, I don't have money.
Too much time.
Yeah, too much time hanging around, the crowd of people that I was hanging around. And it's my fault. I don't blame them. It's me. It was me. But bad.
It's also
decision.
this 17-year-old you. So
17-year-old me, very impressionable.
we're gonna touch on that.
God
Guys.
was definitely gonna touch on that.
Yeah, very impressionable, and I made some decisions that weren't the best. But wow, today to go back to what you were saying, holy cow! It's like sometimes I won't say I try to pinch myself, but I just catch myself like in the backyard or something. I'm just like, yo, this is wild. This is unbelievably wild, because there were times I was hanging out with like $40-$50 to my name, and I still had a blast because we made the best of whatever we had.
Sure.
But I'm just like, holy shit, look at all of this shit. Look at the environment and the ecosystem I created. I created just from talking about the fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It's like a magic trick that never stopped fucking becoming real. So yeah.
That's very rewarding too, right? Seeing what you've done and what you've accomplished to get to that point in your life, everything you've been through. So
Yeah, man.
that's amazing. So some people may not know that originally you were signed to a label and then you went independent.
Yeah.
So walk us through that decision and that transition, and did that leap of independence inspire you to take other leaps into purchasing real estate and other business ventures?
All right. So actually, right, I was in talks to be independent first. Like I was gonna be with I have a record deal with Koch Records, formerly known as Koch, they're E1 now. So I was in verbal, like we were kind of like verbal contractual. At that point, like, they were very interested. I was very interested. Yo, let's figure something out. And in the midst of that, somebody came along and grabbed my CD and got it to Dr. Dre. And that was my demo CD. Shout out to Karen Raitt. She was working at Interscope at the time, and she was out on the West Coast, and she took my CD because she enjoyed it to the West Coast with her and was like, this might be something you want to check out. And then Dr. Dre called me and was like, yo, I just got your CD. I fucking love this shirt.
Wow.
And I would like to fly you out. I was like, yo, you really Dr. Dre?
I remember his voices.
How old were you?
At that time, 5.
What a call.
25. Yeah, retarded call. I'm sitting on the bench in projects.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting on the bench in a
That's
project.
a moment.
No, that's retarded. Like, I had to walk away. Like, I'll be right back, guys. Like, you don't even want to tell them. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to tell.
no, dude, I'm around the hyenas. You know, so I'll be right back. So yeah, he flew me out like within a day or two, if I can remember correctly. And let me backpedal a little. I was trying to get a major deal. I was going to so many meetings here. Major players, Def Jams and Sony's and, all the who's. They were taking the meetings because the buzz was building.
Yeah,
So they're like, yeah, let me see what it is. And none of them really panned out. And they all, none of them didn't work out for music related reasons. So it was a bummer. They kind of like put me in a little bit of a funk because I'm like, okay, so you like the music, but I'm heavy. Okay. Oh, he liked the music and she liked the music too, but I'm Spanish.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
it's kind of deflating when you're like, no, listen to number 4 again, please.
Listen to what you're saying.
you know, like your head was
Close
the
your
entire
eyes.
time. Yes, man. Like,
Close your eyes.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that's when I found out really quickly this is a business.
Yeah.
The music is a bonus. That's what it felt like to me. Like, being good is a bonus. Can we sell you?
Sometimes not about talent.
Now, a lot of the times.
Most of the time.
Yeah, dude.
Let's be honest.
So, I had that going on. And then to get that phone call from the other side was like, oh, wow. Like, it was kind of rewarding. It was like, but also like, damn, I couldn't make it happen in my yard, my backyard. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. So, yeah, Dre flew me out. He loved the stuff. We talked. So have your attorneys contact my attorneys. Let's get a deal done. And I mentioned to him, yo, before you called, I was kind of back and forth with him. And he said, yo, listen, do that. Like, do that. It will only help what we got going. Do that. Figure that out. Put that out. Get that going. And we'll piggyback that. Because from what I heard, that's only going to help.
Beautiful.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Because I didn't want to have to choose. I already, you know what I mean, was in talks. And then, this guy come up. Sorry, guys. This guy. Damn. The only people that was giving me any burn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
That's loyalty.
For sure. That don't go far in music, though.
You learned that lesson.
Oh, yeah, Lord, yeah, it's cool. It's a good personality trait to have, but oh boy.
Interesting.
But yeah, so ended up putting out the album with E1. It did really, really well, and then my follow up was going to come with Aftermath. But at the time, Dr. Dre was like, "I want to set it up, so it's going to take time. I want to set it up I want to put Detox out first. I'm going to do another M album, possibly Snoop, and then you." And I probably should have did that. In hindsight, but I was young and hunger mixed with trust in someone that didn't have my super best interests at the moment, and I ended up asking to leave. And he granted me that. Doctor was like, "Yo, listen, I would never hold your career up. You're gonna make it regardless. I'll see you again regardless. I already know it." He's like, "I don't want to be that guy," and he let me go. So I never got to release on a major with Aftermath. But then years later, I did a song with Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" and Crook, and the internet went crazy, and the fans formed Slaughterhouse, which ended up on Shady, which is Dr. Dre again, and we're at the Grammys, and he's laughing like I told you, I'd see you again.
Wow.
So it's just a wild ride musically for me.
Dr. Dre seems solid, huh?
Oh, he's a solid dude. He's so solid that all right. So, in the music industry, like after Thanksgiving, it's not said, but it's known. It's done.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything's
know
done.
that.
And everybody's checked out.
Up until the new year.
Yeah, they're on their islands. All the execs say check. It's over.
Yeah.
We talked in like December after he got my CD, like when he flew me out, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna have your, we'll work it out." Christmas Eve, or the day before Christmas Eve, knock on my project doors from FedEx. It's like, yo, this needed a signature. I've never gotten anything in the projects that needed a signature. I'm like, what the hell? All right, cool. And I
What's
love
a FedEx?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. Who's setting me up? Is this thing, whatever. And he sent my check, like directly from him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Merry Christmas.
Wow.
That's solid.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
what? Never seen that kind of money.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I even do? That can't go to the check cash with it.
They'll take 20% out of that shit.
I think this is a move mode.
I didn't have a job. I'm in the street. I don't even have a bank account.
Wow.
Yeah, so my attorney is just like, all right, cool. Let the holidays come back and we'll deposit it together or whatever. And I opened my account, and that was that. Beautiful, crazy, beautiful.
All right, next question. Was there a particular moment, a conversation, or even a hip hop lyric or artist that motivated you to purchase your first home?
Sad. I want to say yeah, but I'd be
Keep
lying.
it real.
Yeah, nah, it was my wife.
Okay.
It was my wife, bro. It was my wife.
So that was the motivation to go get that first house.
Nah, she just wanted me to see something different. Like, I grew up in the city. I was a city slicker. I had rented my whole life. I try to hug, the city close, even on the Jersey side and the Edgewaters and the Cliffside Parks and the Weehawken. Still trying to just. I was still in New York on the low.
Right there. You still see the city.
Yeah. It was like,
you're
it's right there. I can still be. I'll beat
exactly.
you to the city from Brooklyn, from where I'm at.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I was still hugging that, and she was like, "Yo, I think that our relationship had got to a place or whatever." And I had, proposed, and she was just like, "I think that we should own a home and see what that's like." And I was like, "A home? Like, come on, this is." I wasn't really up for it. She was just like, "Let's just go look at stuff. Let's go to some open houses, see what it's like or whatever." Mind you, I'm not even thinking pool or nothing extravagant. I'm just like, let me go look at houses, what a house is like. And we went and we looked at homes, and I was kind of digging. She was like, "See here, you can make this your studio." She was just pointing out little things that I quite didn't.
That's smart.
Yeah, like I didn't see that stuff. I didn't see that far. Like, why? I don't need to. I can record right here. I have a studio in the city. Like, she's like, "I know, but like just," and I just started wanting to go to open houses even more. I'm just like, let's go again next weekend. She's like, "All right, cool." And we went all the way out to Ringwood, the Oaklings, like, when I've seen it all.
Sure.
I've seen it all. And I chose Ringwood.
Beautiful.
My first home was out in Ringwood, New Jersey.
Shout out Ringwood, New Jersey.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
cool. We've been into a lot of real estate transactions.
Really?
Ring was right here.
Yeah, so we're around here. So we've done many transactions.
But to me, it's like Oz.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm like, where?
Ringwood?
Yeah, like even like friends of mine that are from Jersey that hug that area that I they were like, "Whoa, bro, where are you moving? Never see you again." Like,
Yeah, like you're 3 hours away.
yeah, like exactly. And I'm just like, "No, bro, you just."
It feels like you're away though in Ringwood, right? You have some land, you have some water.
It felt tucked away.
Yeah, beautiful.
It felt tucked away, especially like the what the fuck is the road again? Damn, it just left me. The main road in and out. Damn.
Compton Turnpike?
No, that's another.
Up. I know where you're
Skyline Drive. Skyline.
Yes.
So yeah, that's so.
Skyline.
You don't have any business being like, you don't have to be on Skyline ever in your life. But it was like, it acted like fucking a kingdom. Like you were in the castle and I was a moat. So like no one could get to you. I felt like, all right, cool. I'm on my own little island over here. And having, it's a state park too. So like, nature reserves.
Yeah. It's
you hear hunting in the background. I'm just like, this is crazy. But then it gets dark, like pitch dark, and it kind of culture shocked me.
Oh yeah. Or like used to hearing noise.
I'm sleeping sirens.
Yeah.
People outside rolling dice.
That? You were right.
It took a while. It took a while, and then it became a little much.
Yeah.
And I think my wife spotted that. She was like,
let's move.
Maybe I'll nudge you a little. Yeah, I'll nudge you a little closer. And we landed in Pompton Plains.
Beautiful.
And
shout out Pompton Plains. Yeah. They let beautiful town to buy real estate in.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's flat. So we ride scooter like moped and shit. So it was like a great town for that. Good for walking and doing cardio and stuff like that, and just close to the city. And it was my wife. But then the crazy part is, the second I became a homeowner, Mad Rhymes had that in there. I'm just like, yo, what you know about sitting on your back deck? Like, it automatically gave me something else to life.
A whole nother.
It changes the way.
A whole nother sheet.
Yes, it changes the way you feel about everything.
I've heard a lot of your songs of you rapping about being on that deck.
It's the best feeling ever, and it's the first time ever where I felt like anything I do, home wise, is like not a waste. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like if for instance, like I rent a nice condo or whatever, and I'm, I want to give it my touch. I'll paint in here. I'll do this. I'll do that. It's gone. It's not mine.
Yep.
It's gone. Yeah, it serves a purpose because I'm in there and it might change my energy. But when I leave, it's gone. When you do these things to your home, it stays there with you. For the next person to come in and go, wow, I like this.
Sense of pride there,
yeah,
right?
man, it's yours.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
your thing, and you care more.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's building equity.
yeah, for sure. So financially and emotionally, it made more sense inside of the home. So now I'm writing rhymes, and I'm, the flex is not a chain, the flex is not a watch. The flex is like, where I reside is mine. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to tell my boys, like all the skyscraper guys, like, God, this is the wave on the low. We got to play catch up.
Oh yeah.
And I started, getting my guys involved in that shit, flipping, all types of stuff, things that involve, real estate, for real.
And that's a beautiful flex too. A lot of times we don't hear that we shout out our wives, our mothers, right? I'm a big proponent that like women in our lives make us who we are today, right? We talk about that a lot, Moon. You know, you're listen to mom, right? She carried us for 9 months. She took us here, our wives, and shout out to wifey, right? She
Yeah,
never
man.
even that first purchase over something
That's
else.
yeah.
For sure. Yes.
So yeah.
All right, so on to the next question. You've collaborated with some of the biggest names in hip hop. KRS-One, Jadakiss, Cool G Rap. The list goes on, right? We could track you, and the list goes on and on. How are those relationships and conversations influenced you today? You know, in business and in real estate decision, just in general. You know, being around like artists like yourself, similar. When you guys get together, do you talk about the entrepreneurial sides that you guys have?
Rare, very rare. Artists are usually introverts or closed off or private, just private people. So it takes some prying to get to like, you know what I'm saying? To where you're just like, hey, by the way, this is my wife. Or like, yo, I eat over here. Everybody wants, you gotta understand, we live fishbowl lives. So like when we find a place that we can be like, oh snap, this is a cool little bar, nobody knows me. This is cool. The last thing you want is anybody to know that it's going on. You know what I mean? So like, and it's like that with every aspect of our life. But now you do have, rare instances where, like, for instance, like, me hooking up with Slaughterhouse and getting up with those guys. We're on tour buses for half of the year. You're gonna share shit. Yeah. You're gonna see pain. You're gonna, like we were talking about, these things like family, loved ones getting saved. You share all these things, breakups. You know what I mean? Like you go through stuff. So like you're kind of forced to be like, yo, it's all good, bro. It becomes more the music that way. But investment wise, a lot of people like to keep that side a little because no one wants you to know how they're doing.
How do you feel about that?
I can respect it.
Okay.
I can respect it. Especially being a part of somebody, being someone that was a part of a group, because the group didn't come. In my instance, it didn't come together in the beginning. Like we didn't come into this as a group. We were all solo artists,
And then kind of put together.
Yeah. So like you don't want to be sitting there in a setting where somebody's saying, "Yo, man, I think we should do that," and then you're just like, "I get more than that." You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna make them feel, and vice versa.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, we should do this. Is a good idea, and you're in your mind like, "Not for me, it isn't." Because this is what I bring to the group, and this is what I bring. You know what I mean? Like so, like in my instance, it didn't really work. It was choppy, and it ultimately ended up being like part of the reason that we ended up splitting because we were solo artists at heart, and everybody had different aspirations, different goals, different end games. Even though something special happened, it was just like, but I got to get back to regularly scheduled programming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But artists, especially in New York, we kind of like all go into our own little corners. It's not you guys see it as fans and like people that listen. It's not the camaraderie is not super. It's not like that. It doesn't really happen like that. It's rare to get like posse cuts with people like that. Like, we don't be in the studio with each other as much as you would think. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's gotta happen organically because you're over there doing that with your manager and your team. I'm doing this with my manager. And then a lot of the times, the people that you are a fan of music wise, might not be a fan of person wise, and then that throws another loop into the floor. So because upbringings are different, crews are different, areas are different, how they view you and they might be the OG, you're the up and comer. Fuck him, he's my comp. I gotta stay relevant. Like New York is competitive all day, every day.
Yeah, and everything.
Every single thing. You feel too, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's not welcoming. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not giving you the jewels. They didn't give me the jewels. I had to figure it out. You figure it out. You know what I mean? So it's not one big happy, hey man, heard you're up in Ringwood. I gotta stop by. Definitely not that.
Okay, cool.
It's like, yo, man, you around here? Yeah, I'm around here. What about you? Yeah, I'm up in the Teaneck area. Everybody's mad vague, like, you know what I'm saying?
And a Bergen.
Yeah, Bergen. Exactly. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not like a big melting pot of information and friends. In my experience.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean,
I'm just honest. I'm sorry, guys.
No. We want honesty. That's what we're.
Well, I asked it too because I know when we're parents of immigrants. So when my dad came here from Italy, I felt like they all came here and made moves, but instead of like maybe sharing a little bit of game and telling them, everyone kind of like did their own thing. So I just like to hear people's perspective,
Yeah.
especially in around
Yeah.
the music industry that you grew up in. Perhaps there was like you said, it sounds like Dre's a stand up,
Super.
solid 100 that'll tell you, yeah, hey, this is a good move, that's not a good move. So
Facts.
this is
Facts.
something to out.
It's if you think about it, like even with us, like as attorneys coming into like the real estate space, you're not getting that love. You're not getting that help. Nobody's really telling you anything. Nobody's giving you any gems.
Right.
So you kind of like you said, figure it out on your own.
Yeah, figure it out.
It's the same.
And then once you figure it out, then it's like, yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
what's good?
because you figured it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you ever heard of this place? We'd be over here sometimes.
Yeah.
And it'd be that. You know what I mean?
Got it.
But
Come
Yeah.
through.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
So I know you kind of touched on this a little earlier with the experience of purchasing your first home. I want you to take us through and what drew you through to that particular property. I know you had mentioned wifey influenced the decision to finally buy a house.
Yeah.
Take us through that a little bit, because we want people that are listening to kind of. There's a lot of people that haven't bought that first home. What was that experience like for you?
I'll say this, like, I feel like housing talks to you. Well, at least for me. The house we bought wasn't the nicest house we've been to, but it spoke to me and my wife.
Nice.
It just checked certain boxes and it had an energy that made us be like, this is our home.
This is it.
We found it. We found the first one. And it's our first home. This is it. It was on the cul-de-sac, which I had no idea what that was.
What is it? Dead end for
cul-de-sac.
dead end for white people.
Yeah, exactly. Dead end. Yeah, it's on a
Some
dead end.
commercial
Yeah.
said that. I forget what it was.
Yeah. Cul-de-sac. One neighbor to your right, one in front of you, one to your left. That was it. Nice little driveway, and it had a pool. The pool was not a part of the search. We actually were interested in a home around the corner. And while we're sitting there, the realtor was running late. My wife was just, let's just look in the checking. She's like, yo, it's crazy. He says he's running late. There's something around the corner. And we,
That's
went
gonna
around
see
the
it.
corner. Yeah. And we went down, it had a lockbox. So we're like, all right, no one's here. You know how we do, like, we just thugging it. So we're just like, and I peeked around the corner, I'm like, there's a pool. I didn't want to say anything. She had read the property off to me, but she didn't say it was a pool. I was like, there's a pool. She was like, how you feel about that? I was like, yo, that would be crazy. She was like, yo, rappers deserve pools, right? It's like, my wife is crazy. But she put another fire under me.
Rappers
She
deserve
made me
pools.
just aspire for more shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, yeah. Because like secretively, I lived with survivor's guilt for a long time. Like, why me? You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from what I came from, why me? Why not, a lot of my friends that are still in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? Some I lost along the way.
Wow.
So I used to feel like I didn't deserve stuff. I used to be like, any day now, everything's going to be gone. I used to live like that. You know what I mean? So she was just like, you deserve a pool. You work really, really hard. This is it. Like, you need to be taking pictures near your pool. Look where you can, you know what I mean? So like, and then we got the realtor on the phone. The realtor was like, yo, I just finished showing it. I'm not far. And it just was all organic.
Happened.
And he was like, I can spin back around. We're like, well, we're gonna see something else over there, whatever. He's like, damn, I can't really stick around that long or whatever. And my wife was like, we'll see it. I was like, all right, cool. So we got hung up with him, and she told the other realtor, we're running a little behind. She's like, he did it to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we doing that. We doing it to them. So we saw that. We didn't even see the other house.
Wow.
We saw that, and it was game time.
And it's great that you said that, because us in the business, we know that's an expression. The house will speak to you. I've said that to so many people
Right.
over the years that and I get them and, hey, we're going into a turn review, and then there's a little, sometimes they're nervous.
Yes.
And I'm like, look, when it comes to like we're negotiating terms, things get a little difficult. Here's my question to you: is this the house for you?
Right.
When you saw the house, was this it?
Right.
If that's it, let's put that to the side.
Right.
It's nonsense compared to the overall scheme of everything that
Right.
we're doing here. So it should speak to you.
Good way.
When it does speak to you, go get it.
Yeah. And like, you can tell when buyers are all they're interested. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
As a seller, like, you can tell, like, they're just like, they'll overlook what they just want it. You can see it because you know what it's like when you wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I know what that feels like, and you're so happy to sell to those people.
100%.
In my opinion, in my
Because
opinion,
you know they're gonna take care of it.
they want it's them. It's the glitters in their eye. They're like, oh shit, we found our house.
And it's nice to, like, when you've grown out of your home, you know, we've all grown out of our homes and we bought the property. It's nice to see maybe a younger family or somebody that you know that is just going to be a perfect fit. As you grow out of your house, someone else goes into it. It's a perfect fit. So
Agreed.
that feels
Agreed.
beautiful.
It can't always be the bag of money. It can't always just be that. Like that happened to me before. Where we accepted, Moon knows, we accepted the bigger bag, and it still didn't happen because it wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I mean? It ended up landing on the people that me and my wife originally liked.
We dissected that offer.
Yeah.
We dissected it,
Got to the
picked it apart.
nitty-gritty, yeah.
I was like, all right, these ain't the buyers.
No.
And while you were
good
under
luck to them.
contract? Or...
During the attorney review,
Okay.
Yeah.
like, yo, give me this, give me that, and then it was started to fall apart.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, these aren't the ones. And then they were like, you
You
know
know
what?
We'll sniff it out real quick. Yeah, that's why you do what you do, Moon. All right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Joel, if music wasn't a career choice for you, what other career path would you have pursued? If music wasn't it. And now we know that you're a scholar, so tell us. Yeah.
I don't think it would have been anything intricate. I probably would have still ended up in front of a camera somehow. To be honest with you, I was a clown, still a clown. My whole family called me not in a bad way. Like I'm a funny guy. I just try to make light of every situation. Yeah, I'm just So maybe some sort of like acting.
Cool.
Maybe some sort of like maybe stand up or something. I would have tried something else.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, I could see something like that.
That's cool.
People have told me I'm funnier than I am good at rap.
Really?
Yeah, like really close friends of mine. It's like, yeah, we know you're a comedian that raps. And it's kind of bugged out. Like, I think that I might still have a little something like that.
Listen, you're still young enough.
Let's put it in the universe.
Put that out there, bro.
Kevin Hart, we got the same birthday, bro.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
put that out there. And if Kevin Hart watches this,
Yeah.
I'm going on stand up with you. I'm the opening act if Kevin Hart's gonna see this. But no, you are pretty funny. Me and you'd be bugging out on that
Yeah,
too.
we are.
So we are some good laughs.
Yeah. So maybe, I'll probably end up in front of the camera or something. I try. All right, so let me tell you this stuff before we get to the next question. I worked at UPS for 6 human days.
6 days.
6 days, bro.
All right.
And on day 6, my supervisor gives me a trailer. I was loading. He gives me the trailer. This is yours or whatever. I was working a night shift, 11 to 7. He was like, yo, this is a big trailer. So, I know this is you. 11 to 7. And I put my headphones on. Scan, load. Scan, load. I get into a groove. 3 o'clock, I'm done. So I'm like, Mark, his name is Mark. Mark. He goes, what's up, Ortiz? Oh, yeah, I'm done. He goes, you're done? No way in hell. I go, yeah, I'm done. He goes, I'll be right over there. Comes over, he looks at everything that's the list. He goes, that's unbelievable. Called me. I'm like, yes, I'm getting in good graces with my supervisor. He brings me to another empty trailer and says, do it again. I said, oh, this is not for me. I quit.
You thought you were getting a raise.
Everybody else looking at me, fucking dick. They're all lollygagging for the. I'm like, oh, this is not what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. Like,
Definitely not.
So I'm like, no, I'm
too good for that.
Yeah, it ain't even not even too good. Just wasn't my thing.
You were too good at your job.
Yeah, like, and I know that's how I am. So I'm just like, yo, I'm setting myself up to be a freaking like I'm gonna be that guy, like, because I don't like to ass step.
Yeah.
So there's guys that are just lollygagging.
Taking the
I'll be off at 7. Maybe I'll fill the truck. Maybe I won't. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta get into a field where excelling is rewarded.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
For your effort.
Yeah. So yeah, UPS got me for 6 days though.
They should have paid you more than that.
They lost a good one.
Yeah, they
UPS.
definitely lost money. It was all good, man. All right, so you're in a room with 18-year-old Joell Ortiz, the unsigned hype version from the Source magazine days.
That guy.
What advice would you give that version of yourself, knowing what you know now?
That's deep.
You can take your time. You can take your time.
That's deep.
It's a multi-layered question though, because like, is it business advice? Is it life advice? There's so many things I would tell. Like,
I would say start with life advice.
Okay.
And then give me some business advice.
18 years old. Okay.
The unsigned hype guy.
The unsigned hype
Source
guy.
guy.
Source.
I would tell them you do not have it figured out. You don't know, and that's okay. Try to align yourself with people who believe in you, love you, and want to see you win, and take their advice. You don't know. You just don't know, and that's okay.
You're not supposed to know.
No, you're not supposed to know. It's okay. But just at least be a great judge of character, listen to your gut, and then trust in people that that might know. I would tell them that.
Yeah.
It would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of bumps along the way, you know. And music wise, I would say rhyme to the beat that you don't hear yourself on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Challenge your pen. You know? Yeah, there's beats that come on that you're just like, oh my God, I'm gonna crush this. Yeah, but rap to the whack one in your mind. The one that you're just like, this ain't me. Because it's gonna push you into a place that you haven't been, which will sharpen your sword. And I'm an MC and I care about swords being sharpened. I didn't take very many chances young because like school, music came pretty easily too when certain beats spoke to me. But I would have challenged myself a little bit more along the way. I would tell them, listen, try that. Even if it's whack, just try it because it's going to push you somewhere. I would also say, know that your team is equally, if not more important than you are in the business. You're the talent and that's your contribution. You might wear your business hat later, but you focus on the art and let your team be the business and watch where you go. You know, watch where you go. I think a lot of young kids, especially now with social media and all the outlets and platforms, they think they can wear all the hats and they fuck it up for themselves. You can't be your manager, your promoter, your social media guy, the artist. It's gonna jam. It's overload. It's brain overload. Focus on being the artist. Now down the line, as you learn the business, okay, you can say, yo, you know what? I think I can handle this a little bit too. But like the wearing all the different hats and your homeboy's your manager, like, nah, it just, you know, your homegirl is just like, it just doesn't work out that way. And then thirdly, I would say, prepare to shed friends. Prepare to understand that everybody can go. No matter how much you love them and they love you. It's just your path.
That's a fact.
You know, it's your book. And some people are chapter 2 and 3. You got to keep writing. It'll still be a chapter that you love every time you read your book in your mind.
A chapter in your life.
Yeah, I loved it. I remembered it in the moon. We talk about all the time. Yeah, I remember this, childhood 90s music. You going on the train doing all that. It's all good. But some of those folks who can't come along for this ride. And that's okay. And that's okay. And you got to be okay with that. If you can identify that early, though, you'll save yourself some time.
And some mishaps.
For sure. For sure. And it doesn't have to feel like I'm better than you. It doesn't have to feel like I figured shit out before you can. It just needs to feel like this is my stuff. This is what I'm aligned to do. And you're not a part of this part. You know what I mean? I have longtime friends that drive transit buses, diesel mechanics. We on the phone all the time. Yo, did you see the shot from Shaq? We still doing all of this, but we couldn't go, you know? It is what it is.
It's not for
Respect that.
Yeah, respect.
And that's every field.
That's everyone. Yeah, we're in this. We do the same thing with us.
Yeah.
There's no difference. Yeah.
All right, you talked about getting your first check Christmas Eve, right? So this kind of flows into this one. What advice would you give other artists out here that are in music right now and trying to pursue perhaps real estate or investments? What would you say for them to do with that first check? How important is that first check and the move you make with that check?
That's not a one size fits all answer.
Okay.
Because circumstances have to play a part in what you do with your money. I had to move. Like, I got to get out. My environment I cannot sit there.
It's not sustainable.
No, I got to get out of here. They're about to announce I got a record. I got to go.
You got to leave the
I have to. So the first thing I have to do is relocate. Because just for safety reasons, for any kind of reason, I got to go. To get my mind right, to snap into the next gear that I have to get into. So
It's good that you understood that though, right? Because some people stay.
You see what happens when people stay around too long, right?
Yeah, they get killed.
Yeah, that's sad. Very, very sad. Even when you come back, sometimes. You know what I mean? It's very, very sad. You can have, and it's not a scenario where you're not built like that, so that happened, or you weren't aware, so that it's just. This is what I feel. God said, "Yo, I got this for you," and you're like, you come over here. It's just like, you know what I mean?
The havoc line.
Yeah, now you play with the other guy when you do that.
No matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the project.
Yeah.
He's not saying that anymore.
He wrote
that when he was in the project.
Exactly. He probably looks back at that lyric like, shit.
Yeah, hell no.
Now, he
left
probably,
right
he
away.
visits. Probably visits. Some people visit. Some people, it's depends on the person or whatever. But for me, I had to tap out. But as far as money management goes, because I think that might be where you were.
Yeah, for
leading.
sure. Yep.
See, the people around, unless you were lucky enough to have somebody around you that had a little bit of something, y'all all guessing, right? And the first thing you want to do is get fresh and look like somebody that made it. You know what I mean? So you're like, all right, cool clothes, Gucci, chain, back then Jacob, you know, and that's okay though. That's okay a little bit, you know, because it's like, yo, you want to feel good, you know, feels good, feeling good. But I hope you got a good attorney. A good attorney is really you know what I mean? Is really the person that'll sit you down and be like, yo, look, this is what came in, and it's not forever, my friend. You owe music. You know, you know, this is a loan. Yeah, you're in the studio, you're living it up. This is coming out of your budget. Like, you know, a real attorney will tell you that. And you got to luck up because a lot of them are like also the guys that want to dig in.
Vultures.
You got to understand, it's just money. It's just, you know, it reveals people. It doesn't change anybody. It just reveals people. And a lot of people are fucking fucked up over money.
Oh, yeah. Family, friends.
Dude, you guys know. So, yeah, a good attorney would be awesome. If you could look up and have that. And then, like I said, just having somebody around you that touched money before and just like, and is realizing that this isn't a lottery ticket that you hit. This is a business loan. You gotta get busy now, guys. You know what I mean? So
On the work.
yeah, it's time to work. This is where you're supposed to kick it in even harder. This is not where you chillax and go, I made it. This is head down. I'm writing more than I ever wrote. I stay away from all danger and bad decisions. I don't even have a woman. I'm in this. I'm here. Yeah, I'm focused. Laser focused. So, yeah, I think that's important.
All right, so you just closed on your new home and you drive into it for the first time. Who are you listening to on the way? I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you.
This is tough.
That's fire.
All right, so Nas, 50, Biggie, someone else. That's a cop-out, but I'm going to let you get it.
Because you guys just tell us.
But remember, you're closed on your new home and you're driving it for the first time. What you got on? Which one?
All right, so do I have to just name the artist or the artist and the song?
I'd love to.
I'd love another track too. Yeah, I'd love to know.
So to make it like the best answer possible, I'll choose from the three. I don't want to go other.
Good.
So out of those three, that's Nas, 50, and Big. Right?
I could have went.
Yeah, you could have went anywhere, but like I would like, and this is like, you know, I'm a fan of all three. So, but I just closed them on. I'm pulling up, right? Like so,
Great question.
that's so crazy.
And the fact that he wants to answer it with a song is even.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm a fan before anything. I'd probably say Big.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'd go Big because that's the kid in me. That's the youngest version of me as a listener. You know, so now this is a reflection time as I pull up to my new house.
It's Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn. It's gritty. It's what I came from to where I'm going.
And he did it.
Yeah. And it's probably it's not Juicy.
You going off the Ready to Die album?
Yeah, I'm going Ready to Die for sure though. It's not Machine Gun Funk.
That's another good one. They're all good ones on there. Just not many that are not gonna fall under that good one category that he had.
I'm listening to Ready to Die after this.
Damn, yeah, I gotta listen to Ready to Die. It's probably it might end up having to be Juicy, bro.
All right.
it might end up having to be Juicy.
Although very commercial, still an incredible song. Incredible lyrics.
Great song, great feeling, great flip of a beat.
Is that where this is dedicated to all the people?
Yeah,
that sound
is
right.
dedicated.
Yeah, because it starts out with it was all a dream.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what homeowning feels like when you come from when I come from, bro. It feels like, yes, just feels crazy.
Juicy.
It's a great answer, by the way.
And then, damn, why am I not remembering the title of the one? No more Coco Levio. 1 2 3 1 2 3. All that is to me.
Bad man.
Yeah.
A man. Pull it up. Pair it up. I need them out. That's motherfucking right. My pocket, right?
No.
I'll wait. Do it again. Which one?
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it off. I should know this. Like I'm having a brain fart, and that's fine. So much music runs through my mind all day. Notorious B.I.G.
No, it's Coco Lee. 1 2 3. All of this to me is a mystery. Oh, yeah, that's all.
No, it's Things Done Changed.
Things Done Changed. Thunk.
That's what I would listen to. I'm sorry.
Things
It's
Done
not
Changed.
Juicy. It's Things Done Changed. Yeah.
That's a good track.
Back in the days and shit. Remember they used to dump, jump, and now they blast, right? Like Things Done Changed.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Great song.
Easy Mo Beat on the production.
All right, so we're gonna go into two. Now you close on your new home, but we're gonna take you back that you're shopping for a new home now, right? So you're relocating, you're shopping for a new home. What's the most important feature today for you? Is that feature, open kitchen? Is it backyard, big ass swimming pool? Is it a perfect custom recording studio? Or is there something else that I might have missed, right?
So
This is the most important feature, though.
I know. And I made the backyard mistake before. Because although backyards are beautiful and wonderful, you live inside your house.
You only use it a couple months.
Yeah. So yeah, I won't make that mistake again. Or
We love to eat, right? We love to eat.
yeah, no, but the kitchen belongs to wifey, in my opinion. The wife, that's there with that. And I don't mean it in the chauvinistic way. I just mean that's their most important shit.
They love
Like, yeah, kitchen. If the kitchen is fire, they could give a fuck about the rest of
Man cave for us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. We do caves. Yeah, I would say, location.
Location.
Yeah, home location, like where it's located in proximity to things I like to do outside of the house too. I'm never gonna pick a bum house, right? So it's gonna check some boxes, and you gotta get. Another thing I learned about home shop, you're never getting everything.
No, you're
It
not.
just doesn't work out that way. You're going
Even
to
in
sacrifice.
construction,
You
you're
can
not.
get still.
No.
You're gonna sacrifice something.
You're gonna switch up new construction.
I just went and looked at a big old house.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, it doesn't have this.
Yes, I don't understand why it's like that. And
Not making your own.
yeah, but like even like you like, me and my wife were thinking about building our next home. Like, but you can't like. All right, so if it's not the build out, it's like yeah, but this is the only plot we have left. And you're like, damn, it's not the coldest. You're gonna give something up along the way, like. But I'll keep it inside of the house just for you, and I'll say a secondary living space.
Okay.
Because the wife,
Yeah.
the wife and I watch different things on television, and I'm loud. I'm very loud. I need a space just to yell at my friends on the phone. I need that, and like I'm tired of like, get this. Oh my god! Like, so I need a secondary. But if it's, I don't care if it's a cave, a theater room, something where I can be at, and that's mine. That's the most important.
You could just be
Yeah,
Joell Ortiz.
yeah, I could just be there, whatever. We could yell. I could talk the way I talk to my friends, which is not the way I talk in front of my.
Beautiful.
I need that. That's most important.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right. This is the one I couldn't wait to ask you this one. If you had to break one of these, which would it be? Bread, ribs,
$100 bill.
$100 bills. Had to add another one because there's 4.
Okay.
Habits or a habit.
Oh man. Okay. So bread, ribs, $100 bill. All right, cool. All right, I'll say habits. And because if you break the right habits, all the rest of that shit,
Comes.
the bread comes in.
That's a gem.
Your $100 bills come in. Yeah.
Say that one more time to the kid.
Yeah, habits. If you break the right habits, the rest of that stuff falls into place. So yeah, We got to break the bad habits, bro. And sometimes that's very, very, very tough.
Although breaking ribs sometimes feels like the one we want to do,
Yeah.
just to let out.
But
some
if you break bad
frustration.
habits, you get bread and $100 bills, the same thing, and you can end up in places where the ribs fall off the bone.
That's true.
So you know what I mean? So you break ribs, bro.
Shout out and rest in peace to my favorite rapper of all time, Prodigy. That's just
Then a P?
yeah. Recipe, recipes, Pierre.
All right. So today, what matters more to you? Is it legacy? Is it money? Is it peace? Or is it respect from the community?
Peace. That was easy. Cool. Peace. Legacy is external, right? That's somebody else giving you that. Right. What were the other things you said?
Money.
Money is also somebody
Respect.
something. They're all external. The only one that belongs to you is peace. It's the only one you can find on your own.
Beautiful.
You know, money isn't loyal to anybody. Money's a dick rider, in fact. If you're doing what you do great, money jumps on your dick. So money will make its way to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's no reason.
Money's a dick ride. I
It's
never heard of
It is, bro.
You got a song that says money's a dick
Show me
ride?
somebody on this planet that does something phenomenal that doesn't run into money. When you do something on a high level,
Oh, you're gonna. It's
people, it's over.
It's jumping.
It's over. Here we go. It's just following you around. It is what it is. So peace, because everybody needs that quiet time, especially in the era we live in. We live in the era of screens every fucking where. We live in the era of like external, happinesses. People telling you how you should be. Super competition that we don't shut off as much as people used to back in the days. That's why you see anxiety and depressions and so many things running rampant and at such a high level. If you can find peace, which is usually in the right home, which is why we try to get that right home, because that's where it's at. We go to the chaos and we come home to the peace. That's what home owning should feel like. It should feel like your sanctuary. You know what I mean? So peace is the easy answer for that.
Beautiful. That's that. All right, so you're in the studio and only could pick one producer. Now I know you got your list, but I'm gonna give you 4.
I know.
And we got first one will be Primo, Large Professor, RZA, Havoc.
Oh, shoot. That's a crazy question.
I only could pick one. And I'm also curious to know if you could pick your own without the list.
we might have to throw that.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all
Throw a
good.
bonus.
All right, I'll throw a bonus. I'll
Thank
start with
you.
the list. The list, I would say Havoc. And the reason I'm going to pick Havoc is because he's the only person on the list I haven't worked with.
Wow.
Ah, cool.
So, like, that would be a thing. That's a bucket list. Like, all right, cool. Let me see what me and Hav could cook up. That would sound retarded.
Yeah, so New York.
Oh, my God. Like, yeah. That would be the go New York, go New York, go. Like, we would make a New York anthem.
Nice.
For sure. So, yeah, and I was watching something recently where they broke down how did you see that way, how he made shook ones?
Oh, yeah. It's insane.
What are we?
That's magic.
Yeah, come on.
That's magic.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, Have big fan, and I would like to work with Have. Me and Large Pro work together, Premier work together, and RZA we did some stuff too. So, but I know
I saw that, and then I threw the Have on my own at the end. It was great.
Yeah, they're great. You actually swapped it out.
Yeah, so
You had somebody else in there. You swapped it
and
out.
and non-list, like I said, Now you said this is somebody I could lock in with, right? So is this an album or is this just like, what are you thinking?
You're in the studio and can only pick one guy to lock in with.
And
But if it's one song or an album, does it?
I gotta
is the
lock-
answer
okay.
different?
yeah, because if it's one song, it's like maybe I'm looking for a big monster.
Got it.
But if it's an album, maybe somebody can pull something out of me. So I'll answer it both ways. Like if it's just a monstrosity record that might define Joell, like, yo, did you hear that shit? That shit's a smash. It might be Dre. Yeah, it might be Dre. Especially since we have unfinished business.
That's right.
That's so dope.
It could also be Dre for the album too. It's not.
That is true. Could be Dre for it.
Yeah. But I'll give him the oh shit, Dre made the big Joell record, right? And then for locking in, it will be my brother Salam Remy. That's one of the
best humans first and foremost.
Beautiful.
But an even better music guy. And for those who don't know, we're talking Fugees, Amy Winehouse. I mean, just the list. Yeah, to forget it. We'll be here forever.
Salam Remy.
Salam Remy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's close with White Club.
I'm
so
real
he's
close.
gonna run that by you.
Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah, he know. Yeah, him and they're like that. So yeah, I would live with my guy. We would come up with something special because he's just one of those people that. Remember when I answered that question? Listen, Joell, listen to people like you don't have it all figured out. One of those guys. He's one of those guys that might know what's best for me at this time in my career than I would, musically. So at this point, that's what I would be looking for as a veteran MC. Somebody that could be like, you need to be on this. Just trust me. We already know you do all that backflipping with words and do all that stuff, but you might want to talk about this. And I want that from somebody that I look across from and go, yeah, I trust that. And I seen what you did, so.
All right, so we're gonna go back. You're in New York. I want to know your comfort food. All right, your New York comfort food. We pick some. If we missed it, throw in your bonus. There's a New York comfort food. A pizzeria spot that you're gonna go for a slice of pizza. Is a little halal spot that you're gonna get. Your platter at. Could it be a Jamaican beef platter somewhere, or perhaps a pastrami sandwich at Katz?
Only good things too. Although Katz is not a comfortable chew. It's just
It's a
so
lot going
much.
on. Yeah,
It's just like you almost want to all right, let me,
layers.
Yeah,
Share this
sandwich. You have
Split
to.
it in four.
Right,
You gotta order extra bread for sure.
For sure. So of that list,
Yeah.
it's probably the little halal spot on 51st and 6th.
Adels, right?
Yes.
Adels.
I think that's the
Adels,
orange
yeah.
garden.
It's actually I did, but Adels, yeah, it's Adels.
The orange
He
garden.
took over. It took over Halal Guys. Halal Guys.
Okay.
Used to be. They are at 53rd and 6th.
53rd, is that it? 53rd and 6th?
You might be on 51st. I think is where Adels is. He took over.
Is it orange?
It's
I never really look at. I just know where it's at.
Alright,
What it
alright.
looks like.
it's yellow and red.
It might be them. Recipes, my guy Fred the Godson. Like he's the one.
Fred the guy.
He's the one that took me there. And was just like, this is gonna change your life. This is how you talk.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. Just order it. Or you get the extra tzatziki.
extra white sauce.
And when I tell you that became a staple.
Oh yeah, every night.
Oh my God. So good. Fairly priced. There's a lot of things that go in there. They're happy to see you. Like it's real.
Nice.
And I think that goes a long way with food too. Service. You want to be somewhere with somebody who want to see you too.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like a number.
Charles Barkley's all he's doing is talking about the street
For
cards,
real?
That's one of the things with him.
Okay.
Every time he's in New York, he's
Gotta
got to
hit cart.
He's got to hit the cart for the halal.
Yeah, I'll hit a cart before I hit a pizza shop.
All right.
Yeah.
I just need to know if it's 53rd. Well, I think
That's
my spot
We
always
can
was
come back to
52
it,
and
yeah.
6.
I think
They fell off.
Let me see. Because
Yeah, they fell off.
Okay.
When my boy.
I think it might not be 53rd.
Yeah,
I think it might be
Adels.
It's Adele's. Okay.
It's Adels. It has to be. His line is crazy.
It's a stupid line.
That's Adels.
Okay.
The halal guy's line faded out too.
Yeah.
Stupid line, but still knew when you came up there.
So
So
he probably wasn't short on the line though.
Nah.
He's going.
No, Fred was VIP. Recipe.
Yeah.
Fred was VIP.
Yeah, I was VIP.
So for me, just go. Yeah, exactly. You just go to the side. They're already making it when we pull up. They know exactly
you
what
you got the cell phone.
You just give them a
number.
little
Oh,
extra.
yeah.
Yeah, look, something. You're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
yeah.
Whatever kind of change you was getting back, you never take it.
Nah,
That's it.
That's it. Just here. Here
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Hook it up.
Know the right people to tip everybody.
And then you had
Really?
bakery right there. Oh,
Nah, all right. So you got the whole sweet tooth afterwards.
banana pudding life.
All right.
All right. When you're writing your best verse, what's the vibes? A late night session, early morning focus, riding around the city, or total silence?
Oh man. I am not a night guy. Cool. So like I'm not. My sessions are not like mad people in the studio party. Like
Starting at 11.
yeah, I'm 11 to 6.
Oh,
This
beautiful.
is me. Like I'm late. This is my top of the morning. I'm focused. I'm getting to. I'm writing before I even head into the city. Like you know what I mean. I may have sat with the beat for a little bit, but that's when I start putting ink to paper. In the morning. So yeah, I'm definitely a morning guy. I don't really like outside influence when I'm writing. So I don't want. It's me and the engineer.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the beat is up. yo, I'm ready. All right, cool. They lay down the vocals. I come back out. I write the next verse or whatever. Or just me, and I don't want nothing else. I don't really want other energy. I used to be like that when I was really, really young, and you don't realize that that shit seeps into your creative process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like it that way.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of energy too. Right, the right energy. You could read wrong energy. You're around the wrong people, and just and music too. Like Moon said, I've had the privilege of watching Clef write and do a lot of music. Shout out to Clef, shout out to Jube, and then now it all comes back to me too. Like every artist is very introverted. They're very personal.
Yeah.
It's a personal space.
Yeah.
People have described it like, almost when you're in the bathroom by yourself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When you're writing music, it has to
It's
come
important.
from here.
It's important to well, for me, right? Because that's my most vulnerable state. My guards are down, all my energy. It's just I become an open book because I talk about everything about me in my music. So it's like if you have the wrong energy, I'm a real energy guy. Like
Same.
it could, it could affect you as a human while your guards are all down. Like here you are just confiding and about to open up and say what's on your heart. And there's somebody in there that's totally devilish.
Yeah,
That's no good, bro.
They're out there.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm in a business where like, thank God, like in 3 seconds, I know what you're about.
Nice.
And the thing that comes with success that I don't think people talk about enough is the power of no. You can't dangle anything in front of me and get me to move. The biggest check, the craziest opportunity. If it don't feel right,
I'm not doing it.
respectfully,
No.
That's not easy to do.
no, man, that's a privilege.
No. That is success.
How many times has something you just like, you know what? I'm not the right attorney for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They might not know why.
I'm always telling you, like, bro,
Yeah.
let them go.
Yeah, dude.
They're not
We've
worth it.
had to stop doing business with certain realtors, and they may be great realtors, and just if the energy ain't right, and I feel that they aren't doing the right thing
Yeah.
for the consumer, for my health, it's just let it go. Mooney really taught me that, and I think when you let things like that go,
Yeah.
more opportunities come.
Well, what is meant for you comes. You know how many times we've helped? It ain't just that. It's relationships. It's everything. The minute that you identify this ain't for me, you're supposed to go buy. But so many other reasons make you be like, you know what? Maybe this or maybe that. Damn, the money's good. Well, she does have a fatty. All the things that weigh in when you really already identified this isn't for me.
No
The blessing's around the corner.
Yeah.
You're just prolonging the blessing.
weird.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I relate to it. I relate to it today with TLC. All right, this is the last one.
All right.
All right. And I think we established we're all Knick fans in here.
Hard Nick fan.
Die Knick fans are
Go.
talking about going
Let's
to the
go. Let's
finals.
get this chip.
So now,
I'm not-
Joel, you ready?
I'm afraid, bro.
Listen.
We're gonna get this
Listen,
chip, bro.
listen. You ain't an MC.
Okay.
You on the Knicks now.
Oh,
All right, we just signed up. We get
Let's
Joell Ortiz
Let's
just
go.
got
We're
signed
definitely getting
from
this chip.
Brooklyn. Is he A, a point guard dishing dimes? Is he B, a shooting guard? You know what I'm saying? Popping out, shooting guard. Is he C, just a lockdown defender? You ain't fucking getting by him.
Okay.
Or is he that power forward, bro? Crushing the boards, grabbing the rebounds, doing the dirty work.
I was a hooper.
Okay.
So I'll answer this honestly. I was a liability on defense.
All right.
Just being honest. Not that I couldn't. I just was lazy.
All right.
We all know that player. Like that could play defense.
Not
and skill
that.
that.
Bad cat.
No, bro.
That's what you are, bad cat.
Coach
Bad
hated
version
you,
of
bro.
Cat.
No.
Coach hated you.
Yo, I can tell you why. Because I'd have flashes of, yo, he can
Brilliant.
defend.
Yeah. Brilliant.
You gotta do it all the time.
But in my mind, I'm like, that's going to make me tired for the other end. Like, that's how I play ball.
All right.
So I had 30, but they had 26, so my 30 didn't feel crazy.
+4.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
+4.
Still +4.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say I would be the lockdown defender. I didn't play a big man's game because I'm not really, really tall. So
Yeah.
I'm not the power forward crushing, whatever. So it's between shooting guard and point guard. Yep. I shot really, really well, though.
Okay.
Not playing D. My energy.
Yeah. You were ready.
I stayed ready to go, and I had handles, believe it or not.
Nice.
Um,
I believe it.
So it would be one of the two. Now, I preferred to shoot, but I love being mixy. I love being mixy. But in organized ball, you can't be mixy. Okay. So I developed a better jump shot. So I would say I would be
The shooting guard.
I'll be the
Welcome
shooting.
to the new shooting guard for the Knicks, baby.
go.
Right here.
That's me.
It's
The two guard, bro. The two guard.
What we
Peace
got?
out. Who's our two guard? Our two guard is it's Mikal Bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah, you
we sub him in for him.
better than the bad Mikal at
Yeah.
least.
Bad
We've had good Mikal the last.
Yeah, we have.
Yo, actually, that's me. I'm Miguel Bridges. Where you get flashes of why can't you stay?
Mikal Ortiz.
Yeah,
I love it.
Joel Bridges. That could be your next album, Joel
Yo,
Bridges.
when Miguel is on, he's like
He's out.
elite. You're like, I wouldn't want any other player. When he's off, you just want to throw things at him. Like, why are you doing this? That was me.
Joel Bridges. I like that.
I love it. We said it.
Well, Queensbridge, Brooklyn Bridge. You know, it all makes
Yes,
sense.
bridge the
Yeah.
gap, kid.
Let's go.
Well, Joe, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
For real, for coming here. This has been an incredible, an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And yeah, we just wish you blessings for all your next endeavors in real estate and in life. Appreciate it. Just keep being who you are because it's real and it's dope to see.
And we're going to game 3 of the NBA.
We'll be
Finals.
there.
It's already in the
Let's say we put this on. I put this
That's
on
cool. You'll see us.
on
We in.
on the tube
Let's go.
so that we can go back and be like,
It's
yo,
over. We're
we
going.
didn't do that. Yeah, we did that. We're
Yeah,
on
and
to
we
game
might
3.
we might leave there on a high after winning, and go heckle this guy somewhere downtown.
Yo,
That would
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
let's do it.
And if we lost, you're in a lot of shit.
Oh, no, you're
Exactly.
fine.
Oh,
Because we'll be down a lot.